How heavy does it feel, Nate?
Feels pretty heavy. Yeah, I think we're all. I mean, I just don't think we'll make it. I don't know how we get up on the end of that. Basically, and it's still cheap. So make sure it's going. Well, guys. We're moving out. What do you think about all this?
Busy.
Yeah? Here, Hadley, I'll come over to you. Don't cry, by the way.
I feel like I've kind of just carried this group as a whole. You know, they were all like, no, they literally said 3 desks aren't going to fit in here. You know what? 1, 2, 3, there's a chair, there's a box. 4.
Unreal.
Carried as facts.
Did you put like anything in here, or did you just kind of direct it?
I directed.
Thoughts? What do you think about all this, man?
It's kind of sad.
Yeah?
Yeah, just
You're not
like.
gonna cry, are you?
No, I'm getting close. But
Okay. Right.
yeah, I think it'll be good though. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be
They're
good.
welling
though.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I get it.
Yes.
What do you think about all this, buddy?
But what?
I'm moving.
Oh, I don't even know.
It's all right, right?
Just,
It's fine. What about Stranger Things? What are your thoughts?
I was gonna say like a 6.7 on the finale.
Yeah.
But other than that, I
Wait,
mean,
a what?
6.7.
Why are your hands in your pockets when you say it? Miss Beth, what do you think about all this?
I think this is wonderful.
And you're just orchestrating the whole thing,
Yes, well, trying to.
right? Yeah.
It's
Mama
great.
TriStar here.
Mama TriStar is trying her
Killing it.
best. I
Okay.
think we're doing a great job.
So we
Very
still have
thankful.
a lot of stuff to go, right?
Yes,
Not bad.
but we're almost there.
Sweet. Awesome. Okay. Big moves happening, right?
Yeah, new year, new move.
Okay. Boss mama.
Definitely mama today.
Hey, this is a lot. We built 2 years in here, and now it looks like a war zone.
Yep.
But we're moving on to bigger and better things.
Here we go.
Bigger and stronger things.
That's what we like to hear.
Some strength and rehab. But no, we had a bunch of athletes come out and help. This has been great. So now we're going to hop in the U-Haul, the 26-footer that is filled to the gills, and we're going to drive on down. It's going to be solid. Nice. Sweet. Yes. Oh, it's a ranch now?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my wife. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm bombard. Build edition. Hello, gorgeous wife of mine.
Hi.
What do you think about this move?
What do I? That's really putting me on the spot there, honey.
100%.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You just got to get
Is
in
it
here
stressing
first.
you out?
No, not really.
No?
Is it stressing you out?
You're my little Dwayne Johnson, my little rock.
Oh, am I? Thank you.
Nice.
Anna, what do you think about being here?
It's stressful. No, but we're here. We made it.
We made it.
We made
The
it.
U-Haul didn't crash.
U-Haul didn't
We're
crash.
good.
Nothing broke.
We did have a close call. Somebody like slammed on the brakes and I had to like yeet it around.
I was
so.
worried about those boxes.
Yeah. Well, whenever I moved,
Do you have
something
that set
fell.
to a wrench?
Yeah. I did have a screwdriver up there.
Yeah. Oh my
Sweet.
gosh.
It's
You
pretty
guys
sweet.
are in-
We're trying to interview.
Nah.
What do you think about this new spot here in downtown Kingsport?
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very awesome.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, I don't.
And then let me show you your basically one. You didn't see it. Whatever, you did it this morning.
I have it on film. Other way around. Other way around. I have you in 4K.
Congratulations.
Email marketing, the status, if it's being planned, if it's pending, if it's in progress, your captions, like I told you, your tags here, who's filming and doing what, a space. Oh, no. Tour time.
One more time. What time is it?
Tour time. That's going in the vlog.
Yes, 100%.
Tour time.
Welcome to our crib. So we've got 6,000 square feet here in beautiful Kingsport, Tennessee. And you can see it's still a construction zone, but we're getting there. So let's go and start this tour, shall we? This will eventually be our alpha wall. We'll have at least 40 to 50 athlete photos of various activities and sports, showcasing our athletes because everybody's an athlete, no matter if you're longevity, ballerina, baseball player, whatever. And then over here, we'll have some lockers. It's gonna be like the lobby area. And then we'll have all of our merch, so you'll be able to get your TriStar gear, ICANN, Adaptive Fitness gear. We'll have all of this merch. So we'll have t-shirts and merch for days, hopefully. I'm getting an isometric bicep pump in case anybody's wondering. It's a 50-pound dumbbell. Doesn't look like it. Anyway, we'll have that 75-inch TV smacked up here with Tennessee beating Alabama. Sorry, Becky. Shots fired.
What the hell?
I mean, listen, like, robbery. Anyways.
Catch it straight. Roll Tide.
No.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, baby. Don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
Anyway, so we'll have our couch be facing this way, nice little chill area. So we'll have hopefully some coffee, Can 1 C4s stocked in the fridge constantly. We'll have water, all that kind of stuff. All your refreshments you're gonna need. Hopefully some protein bars and protein shakes. So we have a 15 by 8 foot strip of turf. And it's padded, so in case you fall down, you're gonna be fine. You're also in a physical therapy clinic, so you'll really be fine. But we'll have our ball timing gates, be able to time 10-yard dashes, T-drills, anything like that, 5-10-5 pro agility. We'll be able to do all that here. And we'll have some sleds, all that kind of stuff, all the goodies. Then we've got our Kaiser, so pneumatic air for rotational stuff. We'll be able to hammer that type of thing. And then you can see our force decks for all of our sports science testing. All this equipment will be moved around. We're just waiting for our build day in how many days? 3 days? 4 days?
The countdown begins.
Hopefully. I'm gonna have to switch arms in a second. I'm not getting tired. I just want to get up.
God gave 2 arms.
Exactly. I have 2 arms. Like, I don't want like one jack arm.
Looking like Quagmire.
Exactly. So we're gonna have 5 total racks. So it's gonna be 9 total places to squat, bench press, whatever you're gonna need. All Rogue and Rev equipment, so only the best for our athletes. So we'll have 2 racks in between each upright, each post here, and they'll all be daisy chained together for stability, and we can have several attachments that we're gonna have. Switching arms. Okay, we're good. So as we work this way, Anna from ICANN Adaptive Fitness, this will be kind of her area here for all of our inclusive needs. So she'll be hammering out classes here, and then we'll scoot on down this way. So we got our new Rehab dumbbells. So we got 5 to 100. We also have power blocks, so plenty of dumbbells, all the weights. So this will be kind of our dumbbell free weight area. We got 5 total benches, so this will all be here. Okay? And then as we scoot down, we'll have, again, more racks. We're gonna have 3 4-post rogue rigs, and they're raw steel, which is gonna look really sick with the aesthetic here. The industrial aesthetic. At least that's what my wife calls it. I think that's right. I just say it looks like a city building, but it's fine. So then we'll have all of our stuff here. We'll have Voltras. So we have 2 Voltras, which is gonna be like variable resistance. So we'll have multiple of those. We'll be able to kind of, individualize your rehab with certain strength curves, overload eccentrics, whatever we need. Then we'll have all of our medical here. So again, it's kind of an open gym, like kind of college style setting. So everything is just wide open. Open concept, is that what it's called? Yeah. See, listen, we're trying. But we'll have a couple tables set up for dry needling, any type of soft tissue work that you need, cupping, scraping, whatever it may be. Range of motion measurements, whatever you basically need at that time. So as we come over here, we have a staff bathroom, so you all will never see inside because it's a bit dungy. But that'll be where staff's gonna be having a restroom, and then we've got 3 over here, super spacious, really bougie, concrete floors, that kind of thing. So then we'll have our vault. So this will be our media room. So we'll do podcasts in here. It's a bit of a junky mess right now, but when you see it again, it's gonna be sick. We'll have gold bars and stuff because it's a vault, right? So we can stay on brand. I think I've got a money shooter. So you put fake dollar bills.
Does it say Supreme on the side?
No, but it will.
The dollar bills need to have your face on it, didn't they?
That'd be sick. So, sorry, side note. It's really hard to buy fake gold and fake dollar bills.
Is it?
Honestly, yeah. You can only buy like $1 million bills.
We'll just make them.
Yeah. So,
anyway.
I'll just make them in Canva for you.
Yeah, that's what we do here at TriStar. We make money and our athletes make money. Give you those contracts, guys. So then over this way again, we got 3 bathrooms. So multiple restrooms. We have a mini hoop in case you want to challenge someone to one-on-one, and we'll also have a full-size basketball goal at the front for our warm-ups if you want to try to dunk. Because I'm 33 years old and I want to be able to dunk. So I'll put it in his face.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Exactly. Chase them. So my journey as a PT is I played baseball growing up, so like travel baseball since I was like 6, and then all the way up into high school. Wasn't good enough to go to college, but it's fine. So jacked up my shoulder, went to PT, and I was like, you get paid for this? So then that was kind of the route. So then got into PT school at ETSU. Before that, got my exercise science degree at ETSU, so my bachelor's. Then got into PT school at ETSU, and from there it was just kind of make sure I don't fail. Just kidding. we can cut that part out. Once I was in PT school, I just realized pretty early on that there's a gap between strength and rehab, hence the name. And like we would really be focused on like yellow TheraBand, like 3 sets of 10, like very little like exercise progressions. And exercising is kind of my jam. I really don't care to use my hands a whole lot. Like I'd rather give people the tools to do it on their own, which is not a great business model, but it works. So yeah, I actually did a clinical rotation in Scottsdale, Arizona at Spooner Physical Therapy. Shout out Dan, my former CI. He let me kind of have free reign to like load people. So from there, I was like, all right, we can start loading the athletes early on because they're not made of glass. Like we can really start to load them pretty heavy and often, as long as they're ready for that, right? So I started applying that to my last clinical rotation here in Kingsport, and they didn't really like that part very much. My CI and I kind of like butted heads on like what was appropriate and at what certain time points. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit as far as a meal clinic, the traditional setting. So that's when I decided, okay, maybe I'll think about doing cash-based. Fast forward, graduate PT school. This was pre-COVID, so it was January 2019. No, December 2019. And then took my boards in January of 2020. Got my first travel physical therapy job because it was the best money, and I needed money at the time after being in school. So it was in Boone, North Carolina. I was there for 3 weeks. COVID hit, got laid off, and then I was like, uh-oh. What are we gonna do? So I was like, well, I've been thinking about doing this. So then I kind of looked up all the business side of things, started doing it on the side a little bit, kind of like one-on-one type stuff, and really enjoyed it. But I just didn't know anything about business. So then I sought out PT Biz for Mastermind. So there was like other like-minded, like movement-based physical therapists that ran their own businesses. So we started that Mastermind, and that kind of got the ball like rolling downhill really quick. Uphill, I guess, like however you want to look. Downhill, I feel like it's bad. So anyway, started doing that, and then I kept taking rotations, right? Like, so I ended up going to Panama City for 6 weeks, but my wife was pregnant, so we quit that one pretty soon because she couldn't stand the smell of the salt water. So I was like, well, you don't need to be here for longer. So we came back. I ended up taking a home health job. So I was traveling around, like doing inventory, like Kara and I talked about earlier, like how many steps do you have? Do you have a walker? And pretty quickly realized that was just not for me. I mean, I enjoyed the job in particular, but just didn't see myself doing that long term. Ended up quitting that and then going to a nursing home, kind of like as a good in between. So I was doing TriStar work on the side. So I'd get up at like 5 o'clock, train before school, like my school athletes, go to work 8 to 5, go back to the gym till like 8. And keep in mind, I had a 6-month-old at the time. So it was just really kind of like just burning at both ends. I was exhausted, cranky, tired all the time. So then I decided, okay, something needs to change. I need to either quit my job or quit TriStar. So I ended up burning the boats, quit my job with a 8-month-old at the time, and then we were rolling. I was also renovating a house at the same time. So yeah, it was a lot. I like hard things. I thrive under pressure a little bit. So yeah, fast forward now, we've got 3 staff. Miss Kara's here from UTC. I thought you were going to flex on your arms up. I'm like, all right, TriStar vibe. I dig it, yeah. We were in Johnson City in a 2,000 square foot facility, and we just outgrew it, which is awesome. So we specialize a lot of baseball players, but just athletes in general. And kind of what I talked about during the tour, like athlete is a very broad word for us. So like that's kind of our culture, and our vision is just fill this place up with just absolute killers and studs, keep them moving better than they were before, whether that's an injury or not. Like we want to try to maximize performance as much as possible. Ooh, wide open spaces. Old space. Please cut into that. Love it. Love it. So yeah, I mean, like the old building, it was a great start for one-on-one type stuff, but it was just cut up so weird, like structurally, that we would have like 6 baseball players at one time, and it was just playing human Tetris. Like you need to be here, kind of thing. Like it was just not enough space. But on top of that, this is going to allow us to have more athletes in one facility at one time. So therefore, we can hire more stud clinicians and just keep growing. So really, like I hate the bridging the gap phrase. Yeah. Like because I don't see it as a gap. I think it's a straight line continuum, and I just feel like we stop. And then there's no furthering. They just go back on the field, and chances are they're going to get re-injured. Mm-hmm. So the big thing that we do is we introduce evolved technology, so force plates, dynamo, like handheld dynamometry. We got the timing gates, we have the Voltras now, so we can get all these KPIs and metrics to make sure you're ready to be back on the field. And then we also are going to start doing more like surveys, so like kind of going between the ears, not just on the bar, and making sure you're mentally ready and prepared to go back. So we're thinking about bringing on like some sports psychologists eventually is kind of a long-term goal. So making it just full circle, like making sure we're going to add nutritionists eventually, and make sure that the athlete is covered from all angles. Becky. So I would say like the athlete that has a hard time putting the brakes on, and they're just like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I agree.
I'm not saying it's good for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because our motto, well, my motto really is all gas, no brakes, but occasional like slow braking, right? We got to check corners and stuff, but really it's for the athletes that push themselves very, very hard and are very like internally motivated, but that enjoy the gym setting. We don't want this place to feel like a PT clinic at all. That's why you don't see me wearing khakis and a tucked in shirt with a clipboard and some what's the PT thing now? Like on running shoes? It was New Balance, oh, I'm sorry.
That's all good.
What are those? Sorry, my bad. That truly, I didn't look at him. That was my bad. But yeah, I mean, just creating a space that you're working with athletes. They're taking you through your rehab. Like we do the thing that we have the athletes do, so we know what they're going through, what they're feeling. An athlete to me is anybody that wants to move in any certain way at a high level. So whether that's like pickleball, like if they want to be the best at pickleball, or they just play pickleball, like to me that's an athlete. If it's somebody like we have with Daryl, he's just wanting to feel more athletic. So we're getting him jumping, right? He's 68 years old, he wants to do sprints now. Obviously we've got organized sports, like that's clearly an athlete, but to us, everybody's an athlete. So if you have goals that are about moving, check the box. So with anytime a new athlete comes in, we don't call an evaluation from the jump. We don't use that verbiage. We say a performance assessment because that's what we want to see is how you perform. So it's not just laying on a table, getting like range of motion measurements. That's needed and that's part of our assessment. But the very beginning is just taking time to talk to a person. Like you don't get that in traditional physical therapy as much because they've got 3 patients per hour. So that puts the physical therapist in a hard spot to be able to connect with that person and really get down to the why of why they're even there. So we're really big on like connecting with the athlete in front of us. So we go through like just basic movement patterns. We'll see their static posture. Then we go look at the central hubs of stabilities. We're talking hip, shoulder, obviously look at spine, make sure everything's moving well, depending on what the diagnosis is that they're coming in with. Or if it's strength conditioning, we want to see global movement, right? So then we'll run through almost like a FMS, like functional movement screen type thing. That's copyrighted, so I can't use it. But like we want to see how they squat, how they hinge, how they carry, how they push, pull, all that kind of thing. And then we want to get them under load and see how that looks whenever there's weight on their back or a bar in their hand, right? From there, we'll get like some plyometrics if they're wanting to jump and work on power output. We want to see what their broad jump looks like, lateral broad jump, triple broad jump, single leg jump. Because you'll see a lot of asymmetries come out when we get people on one leg. As Becky knows, being a ballerina, like that's definitely something that you can see. But then from there, we get our involved force decks. So we'll look at like basically strength, power, and then asymmetries is what we're looking at. And then there's subcategories with all those. So like reactive strength index, dynamic strength index. There's all these types of things that we can tease out and really figure out where the athlete is lacking. And then we can track those movements over time. So really the performance assessment is building an athlete profile that will follow you the entire time you're with us. So from there, we just reconvene after the test and then go over all the results. And then we connect those dots from the subjective and then the objective, so the movement portion, and then make a plan. So that's another big part of our assessment is making sure that we're all on the same page and we're really looking at the destination and the journey. We're laying out that roadmap, like week by week, what it's gonna look like. And then we just figure out the beauty of being cash-based is we can either go high frequency, we can go low frequency, whatever works for the patient in front of us, but is also clinically relevant. We just have to make sure all those things line up. If it's like a 3-month plan of care, maybe you've got like, X competition coming up and we need to like really ramp it up, then we'll go higher frequency. If we've got time, it's off season, we can maybe space them out a little bit. But that's the beauty of what we do and like how we do it is the delivery can change with each person. So longevity patients don't look much different with that one. The one thing I will say is balance is a lot more of a focus there. So that's something that we're really trying to like dial up and get creative with our outcome measures on like what type of balance activity that we want to do. So traditionally physical therapy balance activities is like stand on one leg, close your eyes. It's like, all right, sit. If you're going to be standing on one leg and closing your eyes, you're going to be good. But we need to move dynamically. So like whether that looks like, with blaze pods, like touching on one leg, or is that like a loaded carry? Is that like using a water bag? Like, those types of implements, we need to try to replicate the real life and like what they're going to encounter in the real world as much as we can. And then highlight those things that need to work on and then run with them. And then basically strategically reverse engineer How are we going to work up to that? So that's kind of that roadmap phase. But for longevity clients, type 2 muscle fibers decrease as we age. So power output is going to be the big thing. So moving fast, jumping. One of my main questions I ask our longevity patients is, when was the last time you jumped? And a lot of them will be like, high school, and they're like 70 or 80. So that's the big part, is we want to make sure that we're getting a good like training age for each person, and then making sure that we're not starting them too far down the road, but then not at the very beginning either. So that just comes down to talking to the person in front of us and really getting clear on the goals. I'm a very jump out of the airplane and without a parachute and figure it out. So that's been something that I've had to kind of shift my mindset, is like trying to plan more. Kind of what Karen and I were talking about earlier, is like making sure that you make time for family, like keep the main thing, like while you're doing it. I'm a very outcome driven person, so I can trick myself into saying I'm doing it for my family. But in reality, I'm just like being away from my family. So it's like doing the opposite. Yeah, 6-7. But yeah, I mean, like the big thing with any type of business and any student that I would talk to, or any clinician that's wanting to do this, is one, make sure you are confident in your skills. Because people will not pay you if you're not confident and good at what you do. So I would say, like, really make sure that you're a stud clinician and that you know what you're doing and like how to manipulate programming, that type of thing. So one big piece that's helped me with the business is having that certified strength and conditioning specialist. So we're strength coaches and PTs, so we can take you from the injury back to the field and better than you were before, because that's probably why you got hurt. We really try to hone in on that, but like as far as extracurricular things, try to read as much as you can, and look at podcasts, look at social media, and really make sure you know what you're getting into first. So I would say my advice would be come and shadow at a clinic like ours and make sure that it vibes with you. Because there's a lot of external factors, like this building has shown me, of things that I didn't know about, and I'm figuring it out, and it's pushing us back a little bit, which is fine. But you've got to be adaptable. You know, you kind of got to learn on the fly with a lot of things when it comes to the business side of things. But that's my point. What I alluded to earlier is, if you've got the clinical side on lock, you don't have to worry about that part. You can just focus on like your day-to-day is what you're great at, and then on your off time, really dig into the business and make sure that you're seeking out resources that will help you and prevent you from going through these like rough growth phases, I guess, for lack of a better term. Growth, I would say it's scary, right? Like that's the big thing, is like you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's not always a good or bad thing. It could be several different things, but you got to kind of, like I said earlier, you got to burn the boats and like make sure, like there's never going to be a right time. Like I've always been told, like having kids, like good luck waiting until it's the right time. Like you know, not everything's going to be always lined up, so you got to just make the leap. I think trying to make sure you're planning as much as you can for all those variables. Like in our instance, like what happens if we thought we were going to be in the first of the year and then now it's going to be maybe 2 weeks later? That's completely okay, but you got to have like a plan B, you know, C, D, all the way to Z, really. You got to make sure that you're thinking about all the aspects within that. That's pretty much it. We've got all the specialty bars laid out over there. We've got the Freak Athlete Nordic for all your hamstring needs, Becky. And
Got 2 straight so far today.
yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So we're moving in on Saturday, and we'll have more content to come.